With a SunTrust checking account, stay on top of your money with all the right ingredients. Get free helpings to online resources and tools to help make your money grow. Manage your spending by receiving alerts. And help yourself to seconds on your money with cash back with SunTrust deals. Open an account today at suntrust.com/checking. Must have online banking to participate in SunTrust deals. SunTrust, now Truist. Member FDIC.
Okay. Now. All right. Hello, everybody. Sorry I'm starting a little late. I've got a new setup today. Trying to see how it's going to work. And my monitor's over here, so they're mobile. I mean, they're on things so that I can move them around without messing up my desk. Alright, this guy is what we're working on today. Got him at some thrift store. Thinking about that, I don't know if you can see it anywhere? Oh. So let's unmute so I can watch myself. Watch. Okay. Oh, that's a problem. Hit and not hit the camera too much for me. Okay. My mic and whatever setup is over there now. And I did that so that you can see me facing you while I'm doing this instead of, my side view. I can aim that down just a bit. A little bit like this. And I had to be able to access my paints back here. So I have no clue what color I'm painting at all. I haven't decided, but I was going to do, so along here, we're going to do a gradient down. And because he has scales, it's easy to cheat on that. Easy. Because you don't actually have to blend one color into another. You just start layer, a little bit more, change the color slightly as you go along. So we're going to show you a really cool effect today. Alright, and I broke one of his other toes off. Okay, see? He's missing 3 toes. And he came that way. I had, these are skewers that I put in there. I had one there. But apparently, I broke it off today. It's been there for a few years. He was, that basic gray with the white dry brush. And I just primed him black, is all I really did. after I put those in. And those are just pieces of skewer with super glue. And you can use baking soda to make as a filler and to make it dry faster. Just don't go to 7-Eleven or whatever convenience store near you and buy it at 2 o'clock at night. They think you're junky. You know, because it's used for other things. They just give you this weird look. You're buying baking powder in the middle of the night. I've done it, so I know. So I have my box of clay here that I dropped earlier, so it's all a mess. It's, you know, all nice and neat. And this is oven-baked clay by Sculpey. Actually, this white one is actually the really cheap stuff. And I got it for the big 1 pound block. I think it's a 1 pound block. Yeah, 1 pound block for $5 at Walmart. Sometimes some Walmarts have it, some don't. You have to knead it a little bit before you work with it. And yes, he's made out of resin. If he was, I don't know about his horns, we might have a problem with his horns. So, oh, and I forgot to preheat the oven. It cooks at, I believe it's 225. Instruction, and they're microscopic here, 275. So, I'm gonna run away for a second. I'll preheat my oven. Alright, sorry about that. I know, intermission, way too early. Alright, so, you need those two. Normally I use parchment, so I'm not wrecking my pans, but I don't know where it is. So, we're going to be using tin foil. Alright, playing with clay. Alright, so this little thing, you can use wire for this. I usually do, but I wanted it to stay stiff, so I use skewers. And they're just the bamboo skewers you buy cheap at, you know, wherever. For barbecues, whatnot. And, oh, what do I need this? Here's one of these. So, I got them all open so they're in my hands. Oh, that's right here. So, just to show you, these are my a bunch of my sculpting tools. Most of my metal ones, I'm not sure where they are, but I don't need very many. I like these little rubber tip things. Not that you can see me playing with it, but the silicone tips. I even have makeup brushes because I really wanted to make one of these cat's tongue. That's not really focusing, is it? Let's go click the autofocus here. So, you see that very well? That's a cat's tongue. You can see it better in this camera than the other one, which is bizarre. So, cat's tongue, because it's like using your finger. And sometimes it's better to use this instead of your hands. Just want to smooth out fingerprints. And I've got, like this tool, this is for yarn. Little stabby tool. Let's see if we want to have it. So, I got this on clearance somewhere. And I got my tweezers, and I got one tool in here, one metal tool. I don't know where the rest are. They're in another wrap. And this thing wrap, well, I've decided that I'm going to be doing a stream of making these. So, you guys that, you know, are doing crafts and you need a place to put your brushes or your other straight tools or your pencils or anything, I'm going to show you how to make wrap. And it has a flap. Because I did one without, because I didn't want to pay for them because they were way too expensive. And I didn't like the colors. Well, all the paintbrushes fall out the top. When you tip it upside down without a flap, even tied, they fall out. And I overstuffed mine, so I really don't have enough room for paintbrushes. I keep finding more paintbrushes and I'm not using them, so that's, you know, part of this. Alright, so I'm gonna work on this one first. Maybe. I may not do that one today because, well, and you can do this for, I mean, if it gets horns missing, part of its wing. I repaired a gargoyle that was missing a bunch of wing. So, I'm going to stick this on there. So, I guess I need my tools accessible. And clay is great. This oven baked clay, you can bake it as many times as you need to. Just don't bake it longer than my sister once. She made something, she put it in the oven and forgot about it. And it burned, but it swelled too, because normally this clay doesn't change size. And it swelled. It looked really cool. And she still has it somewhere. So, and she's actually the one that got me into the oven bake
ways to save at the buy 5 or more, save $1 each sale. Just buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each on card. Kroger, fresh.
Kudos to you. I don't know if I'm able to do that one very easily. Apparently I'm not in the mood, so we're just going to fix the one claw. You need to be lifted up a little. This is not working out as easily as I thought it would. So, you gotta be patient with me. It's been a while since I've played with the clay. So, some of these are makeup, some of them are food, some of them are just, you know, whatever. Some of them actually say they were clay. You know. whatever you can find. I'm finding them all over the place. And the first ones I ever bought, I don't know if they're in here. I don't think they are. Oh, it's there. The first ones I ever bought, I'm like, well, I don't know. These two. They were on clearance. They were technically, because you know the way they are, they were for kids. And, well, and it said it was for paint. I will say, you know, for sucking out, cleaning out paint areas. And I'm like, well, we'll try it. Well, apparently it's got me to buy, you know, the whole slew of them. My thing's a bit warped. I've abused it. Let's get a line in there for my claw. Oh, knife. Where's my Deca knife? It's right here. That'd be helpful. And, okay, music. Music is from Harris Heller. He offers free music for free, copyright free, and free music for streamers. I don't really think I have to mention him, but I really appreciate it because I can't really do this with quiet. And when I don't talk, it's nice to have something going on. And my husband is lurking. Give me a viewer. And he's the only viewer at the moment, even though I technically should have two. Yeah. Casino thanks, huh? How about no casino? And you can sculpt with anything. Nut picks, toothpicks, those little fingernails. I mean, just whatever. Pencil, which, you know. Or just simply your hands, but sometimes you need a little bit more. Not a kitchen butter knife. You know, fork. I've seen people use everything. And I don't know, I think I said it, but you can, if you bake this, you can, if you do sections, and you can bake and rebake. Now, sometimes if you're doing something intense, you may need like wire to hold it in place, or, you know, sticks or something. And if you're doing something big, start with paper or tinfoil or something. A lot of people use tinfoil. Don't use anything. I mean, I actually tried to use styrofoam once, and, you know, it melted inside. You can do it as long as you don't, you know, don't care what happens to it afterwards. It's not a good idea though, because the fumes are, you know, really bad. Doing styrofoam. Your claw needs to be taller. Where's this? And I like these tools, little silicone tools, because they really allow you to work with stuff. Another one about this size. Which one's gonna work? Alright, I'll use the hard tool. And I'm not trying to perfectly align it with this. Yeah, I really need to have like a thing going across here for my camera. I may have to design something. Maybe I can move him over so you can see better what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to narrow this kind of like the other one. Can't really see it well. So it's, you know, a little bit more like this and fatter at this part. But it's a little difficult to show you. I think I made the wood a little too long for this toe, so he's going to have a longer outside toe, I think. Push it in just a bit. And I revealed my wood, which I really don't want to do. See, once, even though this isn't perfect, afterwards I can either file it or cut it with an X-Acto knife, even though it's not perfectly smooth with this, make it fit better. And I can use a bit of glue to fill in some of the little gaps. And I'm just working my way around. I'm not worried about it looking perfect yet. Just trying to get the basic shape in. Give it a little too much over here. It's always good to have a nice sharp blade when you're doing something like this. Well, he doesn't like, you know, just it cuts it instead of tearing it. And when I bake it, I'm actually going to try to pull it off. I don't know how successful I'm going to be. That way I can still show you painting while it's baking. And hopefully I have my super glue accessible. Cut a little bit off there. And his toes aren't really, you know, sculpted all that great in the first place. So, you know, even if you think you suck, well, just try it. I mean, you don't like it, you can do another one, you know? Now I'm going to do some straight up sculpting. I just don't know what yet. I have a daughter who wants a goddess sculpted for her, or a god or something. And my other one would, like, you know, take anything that's skeletal, so I guess they both would, but...
As soon as we can, we're booking it to the beach. Phones down and umbrellas up.
For me, 2 words: kitchen remodel. And I've already picked out the paint: sky blue, or maybe seafoam green.
So, yeah, somebody's doing the handles of paintbrushes are great. And you can even sculpt them a tool. I mean, you don't have a tool you need, go buy some skewers or, you know, some dowel and make your own damn tools. Well, I did. That's what it's on. Oh, it's on the other side of the room. The great thing about the silicone tools is you can use it to smooth, like your fingers. You could even, you know, buy your own stuff and make your own tools with silicone. I've seen somebody do it with old paintbrush. They did it in the barrel of an old paintbrush. You know, pull out, or just get some cheap paintbrushes and yank out the brushes, the bristles. I mean, whatever works for you. And I'm not sure I'm going to get him all the way done by the time, you know, we're 4 hours is up. He may end up, you know, to be continued next week or something. Because tomorrow, I'm going to show people how to sew masks. I already have a pattern below. I put it on my DeviantArt account. And it's a bigger mask. It really covers your face and stuff. Especially for guys that have bigger faces, or girls. Guys with beards, it'll cover moderate beard. If you go down to your chest, well, sorry, I can't do much for that, but... And then, you know, I told people I'll just send the masks, and I haven't, so I'll be able to... not only will I show you, I'll be... At the end of it, I'll be finishing up my masks. So that, you know, like my daughters, and my sister, and her son, and all that can have a mask. I don't know if they'll use them. And at the end of this, I'll show you what it looks like. I have one that's mostly finished. Technically it's finished, but I changed it so it has elastic. It's because you get glasses and use those ones that go around your ears. Well, that just bulks it up and your ears start sticking out. Bad enough I have to wear a headpiece at work. You know, I'm busy, cat. Meow yourself. Yeah, and I'm just going to show you how to do the one toe. I can always fix the others later. That way we can get into the painting and show you some painting techniques. And my husband is, you know, streaming a game right now. At least he was. Or was planning on it. But he's watching me, so I don't know. Maybe he can watch and stream at the same time. I have this book. Tells you how to make birds out of wood. Well, it's an artist book for, you know, drawing from. And then at the back, it shows you how to make, you know, how this guy's made really awesome birds out of wood and stuff. And it shows you how to make eyes. And I thought it was a great technique, you know, realistic looking eyes. It's a great technique even for sculpting, because you can get more realistic eyes on something you sculpt by using his technique. And he doesn't even use, he uses putty for, you know, for some of it. But he starts out with a chainsaw and ends with a Dremel and a knife. And they're realist, I mean, they look real. His stuff. It's awesome. I can't remember his name. I have his book somewhere over there. And I got it at a discount bookstore originally, and I want the rest of his books, but they're kind of expensive. So I haven't really bought them. I have a cat down here wanting attention. What's up, kitty? Cranky. Living up to your name. Did as a joke. Not something for you to follow. Got light on you and everything. Alright, can I get back to sculpting? No? Silly cat. These ones, let's see, is this one? Is this the set? Yeah, I think this set I got on Amazon. Along with another set. I ordered a bunch. So these, the makeup ones, some of them, the cat's tongue ones I got from Amazon. I looked for a while for those. You looking at what I'm doing? Are you gonna rub the dragon, huh? Make it difficult. For me to sculpt. But I want to sit in your lap, Mom. We're pulling over, see this right here. We're kind of pulling this over. Yes, as you can tell, I've never used them, so I've had them for a while, like probably a year or so, a couple of years. We're pulling this over the nail a little bit to make it look more realistic, more like the one that they have. And I'm slowly smoothing. Oh my god, this works as good as I'd hoped it would. Yes, I haven't even used it yet. It worked perfectly. So definitely a cat's tongue. I saw somebody make one on YouTube somewhere. And I bought the stuff for it, but never did it. And then they came out with them for makeup, and I'm like, oh yes. And it works. I tell you what, it works wonderfully. Because when I first tried to do it, to find it, they didn't exist. Makeup, cream. Really need to sit down. Where are my pants? Oh, that's not under this. Oh, over here. in here. Oh, a fork in here. Well, that's helpful. This is getting away. It won't even fit. That's for holding brooms. Oh, maybe I'm through. Maybe I should take the bowl. I think I take the whole. Well, might get it long enough. It'll stick it to itself. I know I mentioned Thrift Store before, my tripod. I got this really nice tripod, but it was damaged. So, mind you. I got it for $7 or $9 at Goodwill or something. So don't think you need a tripod. Go thrift store shopping this year. Find something cheap. I need to find what I need to like heat this or something and see if I can bend it back into shape of some sort. Put in the oven in between bricks or something. I don't know. Came with my college stuff. Buying them are expensive. Do you find that at a thrift store? Ooh, that's a hell of a find. I don't know. Even used one. That'll help. Keep it flattered. Let's hope it doesn't pop up. And my table is covered with Amazon paper. So newspaper, Amazon paper, stealing ads from the grocery store. Yes, I've done it. They have those ads right by the front door. You're like, oh. I also use them to start fires with. So when we do our, hey, you're not supposed to come on. And just to show you, I do have craft paints. And a nice little spinner with my lights on.
And holidays, when you want the food
I
you
just
serve
for
to be
others,
as
but I
special
got
as the
those
people
here
you
in
serve
case I
it
need
to.
it,
And
for
you have
college.
been using Jimmy Dean sausage
That my
in your
paints don't
holiday
have.
recipes for a
I'll feel like
long
mixing, some
We
weird
thank you.
metallics.
And a happy holiday.
Dole Lemonade, crafted with real sugar and lemon juice. Our lemonade is unlike the rest. Don't just take our word for it. Head to your neighborhood Publix and try it for yourself. Available at Publix. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Yes, I'm pressing him down on the thing so that. Oh, it's not gonna look exact, but. Better not having a toe at all. It sounds similar to. Thought my cat was lurking again. Oh, this is awesome. I wish I can get them in different sizes though. So far, this is only the real size I can get. So I'd like to have some smaller, some bigger. Right now I'm just trying to smooth out. See, I added that little extra to give it that little bump like the other ones have. And then smoothing it to kind of blend it so that line isn't there anymore. I don't think you can see it fantastically, but my camera has awesome resolution, but not allowed to stream it at that awesome resolution. And it's, you know, I use a Moto phone. I love my Moto phone. Got them originally because they were decent and cheaper. Well, this one's a Moto stylus. So it has a little stylus in it. Because I like to handwrite stuff when I write and stuff. And right now Google has a handwriting one that's, you know, considered beta, and it's awesome. I'm gonna get a little bit in there. A little gap. It's annoying me. And I'll go back and forth on that, on the lines, until, you know, they invisible themselves. Look like they're, you know, part of your original play. Look, they got impatient with this foot. So like, this one, it's got all nice scales and whatnot. And this one is just like lines. I'm tired of sculpting, damn it. I want to get this done. I have a timeline. It was like the last thing they were working on or something. Fuzzy as hell. There we go. It's still kind of rough. But we're getting there. It came up a bit. And that piece of wood keeps wanting to stick out. My glasses are on a string because I've lost them. Just sitting them down somewhere. And I'm a ditz, so, you know, I don't remember where I sat them down. Oh, look, animal hair. Don't need animal hair in my sculpture. light flickered. Look. Oh, you see it. Not really. Well, here's a, you can see my dowel is showing right here. Is that you, Chewy? Or is that Kodo? The dog on my chair. Maybe you can see put a little more clay there. Ah, I beat up the tool. I think I need to set up some different lighting too. I got this warm light over here, and I need to get an LED for it. A little expensive though. I like daylight white, but daylight white's nice. I haven't been wanting to use my overhead. Well, I'm not going to go for ultimate perfection because, well, they didn't, at least not on this foot. Smooth it out a bit. Wow, that leg is very different. It was definitely the last thing they worked on. And you can use other. There's if you don't want to use oven-baked clay, you can always use 2-part plumber's epoxy. That's what they actually sculpt miniatures out of. Oh. Doesn't like to cut very well. It will. This hole in there, we're going to fix that after the fact.
At Community Coffee, we've been making great tasting coffee for over 100 years. But what makes us different isn't just how long we've been around. It's how far we're willing to go in pursuit of the perfect cup. We select only the finest beans and use over 4 generations of family roasting experience to give you the richest, most delicious coffee around. Find Community Coffee at your local grocery store or visit communitycoffee.com to order some today.
Have more animal hair on it. No. Luckily. Close. Some of that I'm going to fix after the fact. Okay, so, new choices. Here's, some dollar store pizza pan. Well, this isn't a dollar store one, but I was trying to get some of my pizza pans. This was about the size of a plate. And I'm being bad. I don't know if these tinfoil should be okay. Never used tinfoil before. Usually use parchment so that I'm not messing up my pan, Still use it for food afterwards, things like that. And because I'm only doing this one little thing, just set it on there. Make sure it's nice and flat. Now it's going to go in the oven. It's really small. Oh, it's a quarter. It's going to go in the oven for 20 minutes. So, I'm going to go put that in the oven. Alright, sorry. I was grabbing a couple other things and apparently my core off my mic fell off. Just cut a couple of skeleton earrings. Get back on there. There you go. Little skeleton earrings. Sounds just weird. Alright. Drink. Okay, so let's see if my palette has wet itself because I forgot to prepare it. And of course, because I have to pre-stretch it apparently, it doesn't fit in here anymore. Yeah, and somehow I've got dog hair all over it. Cat hair, dog hair, something. What happens when you have pets. This is a wet palette. Let's see. Master Sons? Okay, Master Sons. I highlighted it. Stay Wet palette. This is the little one. They do have bigger ones. I like having two little ones instead of one bigger one because, well, the bigger one's kind of a pain in my opinion. This isn't the same one. I have two. I forgot to clean it out, and so they're still painting that one. You can make your own with parchment and I don't know, water in here. Parchment, paper towels. Some people just work directly on paper towels, keep their stuff wet. For acrylics, it needs some water. I don't have anything really bigger to put stuff in here. Well, I should do. And this one's, you know, these are my water buckets. This one I got at Michael's. I kind of like the lid. You can also stencil with it. Or, you know, palette, use this palette. Bleh. This one, I like to square it because you got more water per area it's using. And if you look down here in that one, that's kind of where you clean your brushes. You scrub them down there. Just don't, you know, go overboard, but don't kill your brushes, but, you know, scrubbing them a bit. Let me show you real quick. So I put my other tools away. Get them out of the way because I'm not using those anymore. All over. I'm losing all my brushes. Oh. spread stuff out. There. So, when you clean your brushes, you know, you can flatten them a bit, but don't, you know, press really hard. Just enough to clean them up really good. You can also put a little soap in here, which I meant to do. A couple drops of whatever soap, hand soap, dishwashing soap. These, you know, are made kind of leaving your brush in there. It's really not good to leave your brushes. Just, if you're not gonna be, you just sit it in like that. It's probably not. If it's not, as long as it's not sitting in the bottom, it should be okay. But you can do that. You can also, you know, this is for your brushes to sit this way. But this is so you can have clean that paint off your brushes with a scrubber. And most of them have that. That's using a cup, but if you buy one, and you can find these anywhere. Well, not quite anywhere, but like I said, this one was from Amazon, and I saw a square. I think I need to buy another one because I really like it. And then I turned the lid to that one. It has this little paint palette in it. I turned it into a little wet palette too. And all I used was some of this paper that I had extra of. And kitchen sponge. Those thin sponges you can buy. Grocery stores. Works great. That's what's actually used in these. And the ones in the grocery store, unlike these, the ones that come with these, which I don't have any in there at the moment, are, you know, have microban in them. Alright, so we're gonna put this over here. What color are we doing you? Well, we want to do that last. You're pretty weird. Maybe we should do them blue. My husband likes blue. We don't have any blue dragons around here. You had some imperfection on you. And like I said, I spray painted in flat black. So
With heated seats.
any flat color
Air conditioning.
And that,
you can use. You don't have to buy specific
thingy
primer
where you put
to
your
paint
sunglasses.
anything. It just has to be flat.
Perfect car. Now get the perfect
And this is enamel, cheapo enamel spray paint. I bought at Walmart. They used to have this. They have this one called Color Creations. You can find them, buy them up because they're getting rid of those.
Auto loans.
It's in a blue can.
Credit union. Banking without the bank. Ascend is federally insured.
But that is the best paint I ever found. It goes on really thin and it coats nicely. And I wish I could get more of it, but they're stopped. They discontinued it, and I used to buy it all the damn time. Wow, your underbelly looks horrid. It's like they used hot glue down there, which they probably did. Wow. Alright, so let's find a good glue. Cobalt blue? Is it the real cobalt blue? Probably. Let's go see if I can find a big container of it. Which I probably can't because I don't think I found it. What is it? So these are some weird lights, just Christmas light sort of thing, to light my shelves because it was really dark and hard to find stuff. I really like having my shelves set up where I can use them. Swedish blue. Oh, I'm gonna reach in. I gotta take this off. I don't think I can paint this on anyway. They're all upside down because they're supposed to last longer that way. Cobalt blue hue. What that one? That's the pinky cobalt. Another cobalt blue hue. we're going to start with our mid-range. Hopefully, oh, my inks are right there. Yeah. Hey, organized decently for once. Okay. First off, I have a palette knife. I got stuff all over this one. Now I'll make a mess of the floor at this point. This looks like, you know, a knife for spreading icing, which I did buy one like this for icing, and it broke after, you know, a few uses. Maybe I just go buy a palette knife and use that. Well, this might be a little bit more flexible than their knife, but damn. I don't know where I have all my palette knives hiding. What the hell do I have a stapler in here for? That's a nuisance. Oh, let's see if I can find anything to put in weird spots. Oh, palette knife I've been looking for. Alright. Lip flat. Okay. Do that one. First off, I'm gonna refill my bottle. The other, that's kind of a disadvantage. If you open it up all the way when you have it upside down, it's kind of messy. Ugh. Well, I have my strong arm here. Pull it out. No. Can't figure out where I hid it. Oh, I put it where I could get it and not see it. Alright. This is my strong arm. They don't sell these anymore. You might be able to find them on eBay once in a while. But they have these plier-like jar openers you could get. The only thing I don't like about them, they have a bit of a grip on there and might tear my bottle. This is from like 1960 something. My grandfather gave it to me because I was having a hard time opening some of my older paint jars. And you kind of abuse this because it's rubber, but it does work. I think I've seen something similar to this. They also have, like, you know, those angle things you just mount somewhere to open jars with. I don't know how well those work. This gives you some leverage to be able to open it. So I love this thing, and I love my grandfather who gave it to me. He passed away when my oldest daughter was a year or so old. But I remember all his stories. He was like the original electrician. And I'm running low out of this too. I use this blue a lot. It's real cobalt blue. It's kind of expensive. So I started buying the bigger jar. Ow. You can tell I haven't used this in a while. Blue all over my hands. What's that? That one. Get this dried stuff out. I didn't store these upside down at all. Mostly because I'm going to be opening them. And they'll make a big mess if I have them upside down. I should, but I wouldn't have this problem. You don't want to leave that dried stuff in there if you can help it. It makes the other, it eventually makes the other paint react faster or something sometimes. Encourages it to dry. Okay, well, I guess I'm done spraying. Get off the outside. Which is why it was so hard to open. Because it was on my lid. I think it's been over a year since I've really used it, other than, you know, the other dragon. Pretty sure it's been over a year. Get a chunk in there. I guess I'll get a little string of it in there either. That'd be a problem. Well, hopefully I'll make it easier to open the next time. Just throw it on the floor. Oh, and my stuff's done. Let me go grab the foot, or the toe. Be right back.
Let's go out west. Camp at the base of a mountain, get some fresh air.
Yes, let's go camping. With air conditioning.
We can be hundreds of miles away from the closest person. Really live off the grid.
Love the off-the-grid part. But with Wi-Fi.
Whether you're the serious camper or occasional glamper, Ascend offers low rates and flexible terms on RV loans. You can apply online.
Yeah, well, it helps if I turn
or
off
any of our branch locations. RV loans from the
Okay.
same Federal Credit Union.
So I'm gonna pull off this, let it cool down, and throw my plate on the floor. Okay. Oh, hush up, dog! I'll let you just throw stuff on the floor. All right, back to filling up my paint. Sorry, it's a delay. Oh, and I want to thank Rhonda J88 for being my latest subscriber, whatever, follower, sorry. She, a friend of mine that my sister introduced to me. I don't think I've met her in person yet, but she's pretty awesome. Hi, dogs. What's up? Brat, go lie down. You're beating up Kodo. You're beating up Kodo. Come on, guys. Pet you. Pet you. Alright, go lie down. Go lie down. You silly dog. He's got his goofy grin. Goofy grin. Get your goofy grin. You goofy dog. Goofy dog. Goofy dogs. Alright, go lie down. Go lie down. So we're just kind of scooping this in. Doesn't pour very well. Kind of thick. Not as thick as some other ones. I mean, you can get even thicker, but kind of like the thinner paint because it's got a smoother, goes on smoother, thinner, you know. I really like these little bottles, and they just can't, they're not using them anymore. They changed their bottles. I'm not sure I'm happy about that. A little bit more. Now, Cobalt Blue, I had a friend buy it once, and he spent whatever it was on it, because it's a little more, it's a bit more expensive. I thought, well, I got the hue, I don't need it. Well, once I got it on sale or clearance or something, or, you know, I have some extra money, I'll buy it, I'll try it. Now, I'm addicted to it. Hence why there's a big bottle that's almost empty. It's actually really awesome. It blends really nicely. It's like, you know, the best blue in existence. And it's made from cobalt, you know. Brown, the pigment is literally brown cobalt, which is a gem. Which is why it's so expensive. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Paper towels are your friend. Well, clean that up differently. That paint flatten a bit better. Back on my shelf. I might need So wet palette keeps your stuff from getting too dried out. Keep forgetting where my I'm used to have my garbage like right here somewhere. And it's not. And that's why I just kind of are that. Because it's glaring on the camera. There are these lights I want to get. They got a scissor thing, and I could pull them out to be right above me. Really expensive though. Alright, I'm gonna use a lot of this, so. Okay, so this is Flow Aid. It just helps. You mix it with water, so you know, 1/16, so that down there is 1/16, and you just add water. I use distilled. Distilled water is really good. Sometimes it'd be hard to get, but it's cheap. It makes me want to get my own still, just so I can make my own distilled water. And this just helps it blend a little bit better, flow a little better, you know. I would use it a lot more, but I would go through tons of it. I like putting my water and all that. Is it cool? Sort of cool. So we got this toe. You can put that on really quick before I start painting. Make sure it fits back in place. It does, mostly. I don't know where my open container super glue is. Just cheap super glue from Walmart. I think it's cheaper in the automotive section. Even though they have different ones, different things, and they all look identical and they're all different prices. I don't get it. But they're all the same freaking super glue. And it's nice is I don't have to poke it. It has a little poker in the lid. And don't like squeeze right there when you're trying to put it on. Yeah, you'll have a mess. I might have a mess anyway, but on all the way. And I did bring in my baking soda. Then you put in something so it's easy to use. We're just gonna kind of put the glue in here. Let it run down. See, this isn't too well attached. Don't get too carried away with the glue, but if you do, just suck it up with a paper towel or something. Q-tip. Well, maybe not a Q-tip. The fuzz might decide to stay. So we're gonna put his toe back on. And drip super glue on the table. And we'll use some of this. Set the stuff we can see. Fill some gaps. A little bit of a gap there. super glue in it. Baking soda. A little bit more. And I'll need to smooth that eventually. A little rough. It fills in the gap nicely. How did that one work out? A little bit more glue on there. When I did the dragon, I strained my arm. So it hurts doing it. I didn't want too much in there, I just wanted enough to dry it. So, now he has a new toe. Oh, I can't see it.
Form and function, design and capability.
His toe back.
The remarkable balance between the two is what inspired the first ever Genesis GV80 SUV, a monument to making anything possible. Built with powerful all-wheel drive and boldly designed with an
And because I
artist's
primed
eye,
everything black,
experience the youthful new era.
so if you use
in
any
modern
whatever
luxury
color,
for
I mean you
yourself.
can use
The first ever
puce or
Genesis
green or
GV80
whatever.
SUV,
You're just gonna paint over it. You don't need to prime it.
Click or tap now to learn more.
One of the great things about it, about the clay, is that you really don't need to. What is this one? I'll try it. And as you can see, the blue is pretty dry. Probably should be doing the bottom because I got seamed it, but we'll do it anyway just so you can see. I should put some paper down. I don't want paint all over this. Amazon paper. A huge piece. Oh, I should be using those. Doesn't have a scissors. These used to be sewing scissors, they're not anymore. Basically, when I get the Amazon packages, I pull out the paper, straighten it out a bit, and fold it up. That way, it's ready for me when I need it. But newspaper, ads, whatever, is great too. And that's what I'd probably have, Kroger ads or something if I didn't have this paper. Oh, I should close up my super glue. I'm done with it. however many. If you're gonna be sloppy, do more layers. Which I probably should on sloppy fishing. So you know. There. It's not gonna look like the same black. But, you know, spray paint versus this. And I don't remember what they use for charcoal or something. Depends on the black. You want all that. You want your, if you use white, which I probably should have. I might do that anyway for, put some white down first so that the blue shows up better. See how it looks. This side. I think might be translucent. It's okay. Tells me. Maybe. If it wasn't totally overused. Okay, so maybe. Let's see. I don't want my brush too wet, so that's why this is here. Let me see how this looks. Because usually it's not always as opaque as it says it is. I didn't have flat white when I did this. Yeah, I think we're gonna go white first. Nice darn. That area, I don't know about the rest yet. I don't want that white. Titanium white, okay. Oh, I know what the black is. It's charred bone. So that black, ivory black, their pigment is charred bone. Whoa, that just spit at me. This probably needs to be refilled too, but I'm not getting it right now. If I need more, then I'll have to go just do it from a bigger container. Got a giant container. I got a big container white. 32 ounces. Yes, you know, I go through a lot. You know, a little bit. Alright, so we're going to start with white. It doesn't have to be fantastic, it just has to lighten it up. Just put that down a little bit. Spray bottle. That's the other thing you can do. If you got a little, I mean, all this is, you know, those little kits you get for travel. Just spray bottle from that. And I, you know, printed my information on a label and stuck it on there. Yeah. Titanium white goes on really nicely though. It's the stuff is from oxidized titanium, which That'll, you didn't know that. And it doesn't have to be perfect, we just want to lighten it up so that blue shows up really pretty. So we're starting with the wings. You see what I'm doing? I need to move the camera. I need to move what I'm doing. We're not going to do that white because that's going to be metal. And we want some dark colors under it. And we're splooging a little bit, but that's okay. You do want him to get into the crevices a little bit though. Maybe, if you care. Although that's going to get darkened anyway, but I like things to be somewhat consistent. We're just doing this kind of thin. And I'm probably going to take me longer. I've already been almost 2 hours, hour 45. Well, we'll see what we can get done. Like I said, I might have to continue him next Saturday. Oops. Splattering. I'm not going to worry about in the scales underneath too terribly. Just giving it much more shadow. When I did the little dragon, my husband was a little bit disappointed because I didn't do my normal, really intense painting. But we will be doing a little bit more in this one because the baby dragon, I just wanted it to be simple. Easy, simple, something a little less complex. This one, however, we're going to do some more complex stuff in here. So we are slopping a little bit here. I am, whatever. This is a cat tongue brush, filbert, whatever you want to call it.
Need a
sleigh that delivers same day? Count on Shipt for contactless shopping from your favorite local stores. From fresh groceries to unforgettable gifts, Shipt's expert shoppers bring everything to your door with care. Whatever your holiday memories are made of,
Normally, I like to spray paint with a gray
This
primer.
is the fabulous Jonathan Van
I'm
Ness.
able to find. I mean, like I said, I bought the color creations, and I used it all.
Honey, you look great.
And well,
But you can't see.
Oh, I just feel you.
expecting it to be around
Wow,
forever.
you are fabulous.
If I'd have known they
Order
were
with
totally
Uber
getting rid
Eats
of it,
tonight.
I'd have stocked up anytime I could. So, he's kind of dark. I think originally I was going to paint him darker. And you can use paint on primer, or just paint on, but tends to be a little, more erratic. No, I think I'm not going to worry about in there. If it's got hot glue in there too. So they probably had one that they cast, lost the original or something. And it had been done so much that, it was like crap, so these hot glue to fix it. That's what it looks like to me. Then make a new mold. Because that's pretty awful. And that is definitely hot glue. I guess that's basically what I'm doing. I'm painting on primer. A little bit, because some of that's going to show. The rest will keep it in shadow. Because it has a big glob of hot glue in there fixing something. They didn't really care that it, looked like shit, so. I'm kind of poking the brush in there, getting underneath the scales. The tail we're going to have some fun with. Might do down the legs too. Some nice variation of color. We're going to put some shimmer on it too. I got some various things that I can add shimmer, metallic flakes to it. I'm trying to keep it smooth. I keep getting brush strokes in there, but try to keep it as smooth as possible for this particular step. Brush is drying out a bit. I didn't make it too wet. I need the camera mounted on my chest or something. Sounds awkward though. I move too much. You have to get seasick. The reason I'm not worried about the other toes, I can always do it afterwards. touch it up because I got, you know, same color paint, you know. Or you could just leave it and, you know, he's been in a fight, you know, whatever. This is a slightly abused brush, so I don't mind stabbing it into the kind of poke. Get that paint in the underneath the scales a little bit. Do a little, I need the claws. Do a little bit here. Get some variation. Light and dark. And yes, it's a tedious process. If you're watching, you know, afterwards or whatever, I guess you can just fast forward. Appreciate you watching. Before, after, during, whatever. And my husband was like, you know, my stuff gets old, but your stuff is kind of timeless because, you know, you can go watch it years from now and it's still valid. And I didn't think about that, but yeah, I guess so. I'm using my spray bottle to thin this a bit with my, so that it goes on really smooth. See, little imperfections that they have. I tell you, it's been an old damn mold. Maybe they had an air bubble there or something. Now, for all I know, whoever did this stole the original model that somebody else did. Copied it, did in China or whatever. Taiwan. It's not like it had any printing on it, so. Oh, it looks like I'm doing all of the scales right. And it does make a difference. You saw, I mean, you saw the blue on the black, and once you get this white all down and dry, we'll show you the difference of how much prettier it looks. I'll even put some on the black area, one of the black areas, to show you the difference. Something like this can save you on paint too. Especially your expensive, you know, colored paint. See, if you look at that toe, you can't even really tell that it was broken. And I didn't even do that great of a job. Although this foot, I can get away with this foot because this particular foot was just all, you know, was like the last thing. So, but look at that. Even though I have a bit of a line there, still looks like, you know, it's part of the original foot. So, once you paint it, you know, you really can't tell. And maybe I could have done the grooves a little bit better and stuff, but, you know, I didn't really think I needed to. Get that tunnel going and working underneath. Whoops, I'm getting paint all over my fingers. And having this board here gets been making my room feel warmer. So I've got a couple of fans going, so hopefully you don't hear it too loud. I'll have to check the video afterwards and see if that other fan is too loud. I'll turn it down otherwise. I got a little crappy one that won't work when it's plugged in the computer, but I put it in a higher wattage thing. It seems to be working okay as long as I beat it a couple times. Oh, and this has got one of those tails. I love those kind of tails. Little, you know, the water looking, nice dagger looking tail. Love that. A little bit more on the leg. That blue to show up a little better. And I keep mumbling, I'm sorry. I had to move my chat to the other side because I have my computer set up differently. So that I can see if somebody chats at me. Not that I look up at there probably often enough. But... And I still only have one viewer. Hopefully that'll change. I'm hoping, you know, I'm kind of getting burned out on retail. I don't know, probably because of COVID. Everybody seems to be unhappier. I mean, I make people happy by helping them out. But, really, I just want to stay home. Or all my crap online.
Season and families felt glee, for they shopped at Kroger, where pickup was free. Sweet spiral ham, a salad so merry, green beans and Brussels
Wow,
and cakes.
Peter must have heard me doing a Kroger
May the
commercial.
magic of fresh food never be done. Happy holidays from Kroger. Fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions may apply.
Get more ways to save at the Buy 5 or More, Save $1 each sale. Just buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each with card. Kroger. Fresh for
Everyone get white in the eyeballs. And, you know, if you're doing a paint-on primer, I would definitely use a slightly more expensive paint if you can afford it. Because they're going to coat nicer. And anytime you want your colors to look bright, you definitely want white underneath. I'm not going to care about his tongue. I'm not going to worry about his teeth until I get to them. His scales. His, hers, I don't know. Kind of reminds me of how I imagine one of my dragon characters in my story. He's a bad guy though. real true fucking ass, but you know, you can't have real life without jerks in the world. Even jerk dragons. I really need to find a publisher too. Get my stuff published. I've got one book that's ready, another one that's close to ready, even though it's way in the future. The rest can be done pretty quickly. If I had incentive. This is one of my old brushes. This is one I got in 1986. Yes, it's probably older than most of you, but whatever. 86, 87, that's how old it is. I don't need I don't know what color I'm doing the horns yet, so we won't worry about them. As I recall, he was actually hard to spray paint too, because he's got all these areas that are, you know, hard to get to. Just adding a little bit more there so it's the outs are very tips will be lighter. Can you stop it? Chewy, it's enough. You know, I bought this bent brush once. It's, you know, Farrell's bent. Deliberately bent, you know. Try to get in those hard to reach areas, but it's weird to use. I couldn't use it for base coats anyway, but I'm not going to get real intense over here because this is really hard to paint. Oh, that's a lot of zoom. That's helpful. Sorry. See, I'm not even paying attention to what's going on. Get so into doing this sort of thing. And one of the things I was thinking about doing for a stream was to narrate a story, which I'm okay, because I've had some practice. Not like the world's greatest narrator or anything. But, you know, but I want to just do with my short stories, and I'll self-publish those for like cheap. On Amazon, which means every so often it's probably, you know, be free. So if you have Amazon, they do like, oh, free stories this month. This thing about dinner for, you know, $2.49 or something. Maybe $2, I don't know. Depends on how much Amazon takes. And yes, it's long and tedious. But it's actually kind of a zen for me. I mean, if you can't meditate, which I don't usually meditate very well, to be honest. But doing like this, painting and stuff, kind of my own meditation. I guess somebody was pointing it out to me the other day, yesterday. When they ask if I meditate when I paint, I'm like, well, I don't know, probably. Not on a conscious level. But I guess I do. It's kind of my zen, so. Oh, I haven't got that rest of that tail. Where I start going to the other side. I probably should start on the bottom first, you know. But I'm only really doing the primer, so not terribly worried about some imperfection. Because it's acrylic paint, it dries fairly quickly. I have a blow dryer because it never dries fast enough half the time for me. Technically I have two. I don't know where my little one is. I stashed it somewhere. Oh. Time to clean up my brush and get some of that paint out. I'm being bad, I'm getting it in the barrels. Alright. Just to show you, I got this rolling cart. So, you get this rolling cart over here. Got it over at Target. My husband got it for me for 40 bucks over at Target. I don't know how much it is now, but it was a couple years ago. And I've got all my tools in here. And this is a tray. Michael sells them too, but make sure you get them on sale because they sell them for more. I got this little tray. It's made for a smaller cart, to be honest. So what I did is these are paint stirrers. I glued it on so that it can sit there nice and neat. I got my water and
Before you drive the all-new Nissan,
you know, whatever I
Rogue, you
need, my
gotta
brush
ask
and
yourself,
grip top,
how
and it
rogue
gives me
are
an
you
extra
gonna go?
space to
We
work.
talking be one with nature in the
And keep,
desert
you know,
rogue?
some
Go
of the crap
snowshoeing in
off my
Alaska
table.
rogue? Or take the long way home just because kind of rogue? Just a question, but with 5 available drive modes, you're sure to find the answer.
Go rogue in the all-new, fiercely reimagined 2021 Nissan Rogue. Now with the most standard safety
So,
features in its class.
makes it good. Trying not to bore you here, sorry.
Pacific segmentation 2021 Nissan Rogue versus latest in market competitors. Base models compared.
This is a process. I don't want to slide it around, that'll cause the paint to come off because, you know, it's not really totally dry. It's tacky dry mostly. No, I need that. Need that one now. I'll slide him. Okay. A little soap in your water too helps it not bubble. It helps it go in these cracks a little bit better, supposedly. I don't know, I've tried it both ways. Sometimes it helps. Sometimes it just doesn't work for me and leaves a weird bubble there. Oh, we're gonna have to slop it in this area. It's a little bit more wet. Let's just use hot glue. It's underneath, nobody will notice. I don't know what this weirdness is. Looks like that was deliberate. Looks diseased. We aren't gonna paint that area too fantastically, just enough to match the rest of him. It's been a while since I painted, so it takes me a little longer anymore. There's some damage there. Oh, and that's part of the toe I need to repair. So I might do, if I'm doing a continued, I'll do those off camera. Put them in. I showed you how to do one. Just painted my lamp. Oh, that area is gonna be fun to paint. Or get a brush in there. Scrub, scrub, scrub. French. Where's that area black? This is gonna be a pain in the ass. Dragon with some armor. You know, you'd think you'd have it on his belly or something. That'd be the more vulnerable spot. Could be a saddle, I suppose, partially. Or an awfully big person. I don't know, depends how big the dragon is. I almost got all the way done. I'll take a blow dryer to it. Make sure it's all dry before I start putting the color on. It doesn't like take it off or do weird things or blend or, you know, any number of a million things. Ah! Get in there! Yeah. You don't want anybody painting this figure, do you? Of course not. We painted it for you. You should have been happy with that paint job. Well, no. Let's see. That's why you do the bottom first, because I got stuff that chipped off. quickie dry brush so that some more color on here. Alright. And that blow dryer is where I can get it. Paint off that brush. I'm probably going to use that one for the blue. Not all switch. Okay. Blow dryer. I have one of these little, now it's tight on there, but they have these little over the cupboard things for blow dryers that I bought. Some at Dollar General. And that's what I have.
Let's go out west. Camp
I have
at the
two of
base
them,
mountain,
actually.
get some
This
fresh
is the
air.
Dollar General one, I think, and then I have another one.
Let's go
that folds
camping with air conditioning.
out of the way. Alright,
Be
we're gonna
hundreds of
mute.
miles away from the closest person. Will you
Well,
live
wait
off
for
the
that,
grid?
and we won't
Love
use
the
it.
off-the-grid part.
So I'm gonna mute the,
Wi-Fi.
Whether you're the serious
the,
camper or occasional glamper, Ascend offers low
mic,
rates and flexible terms on
because
RV
blow dryer
loans.
tends to be a
You can
little
apply
loud.
online at ascend.org or any of our branch locations.
And,
RV loans from Ascend Federal Credit Union.
I don't want to deafen you. Apparently I need to cover that so I don't blow dry it. Alright, so. Is that it? Alright. So, I hit it right there. That's why I touched it up. I hit it with the blow dryer and chipped it a little bit. So, let it cool off a little bit. Take my fan to it. Cool it off. So when it's warm, it's still gonna be a little soft. Alright, on to the blue. And we're going to show you the difference. Because it's huge. You want to save on paint? That you want to show up brightly? You want the lighter undertones. So we're going to do the wings this bright blue color for sure. We're going to have to coat it twice. We're going to be a little more careful about painting this. Yeah, it's not as opaque as it claims to be, so... But, look, okay, let's show you. So, painting it here, on the black, compared to... Try to paint that too thick. Careful not to. I can slap a little, but try not to. This is my base coat, so this is my main color. It looks kind of crappy because it's not going on as opaque as it should. But by the time we get to the second coat, it'll start looking good. Now, if I'd have done gray, I might have, might have been a little, may not have needed to do 2 coats, but it probably would have. Okay. That was kind of hard to see. I may have to stream doing some of this live on YouTube. Maybe I can get a better video quality. I'll have to look. It's a little bit wetter so I can get down in those grooves a little bit better. Use the water to my advantage.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright yellow lace bags and noses frostbitten, snack table spread that is fit
Must be an
for a
ad.
king. These are a few of my favorite things. Bags of Tostitos with salsa and
Yep.
queso, Lay's and Doritos if I have my say so. Wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things.
Share your favorite things this holiday with Frito-Lay.
Need a sleigh
Favorite
that
things are
delivers
not
same
having
day?
ads.
Count on Shipt for
That's what it
contactless
is.
shopping from your favorite local stores. From fresh
I make enough money at
groceries
this,
to
I'll
unforgettable
pay for it so
gifts,
we don't have
Shipt's
ads.
expert shoppers bring everything to your door with care. Whatever your holiday memories are made of, Shipt delivers.
Well, it wasn't like any weird people doing freaking stuff on there. Get more viewers and crap. At least not yet. I need to have my daughter help me fix that to automatically block them. We're going to slop a little bit because it's really hard to get there without a... Use a finer brush and we go to the other color. Colors. I'll show you in there. We got still some of that black. Yeah, you see the difference. So this is definitely not going to be one of the faster paint jobs. In fact, I probably won't get beyond base coats today. Oops. Hold it. I have to hold it because I don't want it to mess up my paint I've already done. And I'm still slopping it a little bit. Trying not to, but when I get to the other part, I definitely cannot be slopping. Oh, ow. Okay. Just touching something I haven't painted, really. Not critically painted anyway. So the music today, I was going to try the hip hop, but I decided, yeah, I really don't like hip hop, so I was hoping to be a little different, but no. So I have it there, not my favorite. I'll have to listen to more songs another day to see if, maybe I can tolerate the rest of the songs. Maybe just not use that one. But not really my favorite. Alright. Let's go back. Do our second coat. Brush really good. Wet that palette a bit. And this is where we're going to see it really looking nice. Nice solid cobalt blue. It's wet. Get in there. Oh. It's hard to reach areas or a bit annoying. Finish this wing before I get on to the other one. Hi, Kodo. Now you gotta give me a minute. Let me get this blue on here really quick. I'll take you guys out.
Dole Lemonade, crafted with real sugar and lemon juice. Our lemonade is unlike the rest. Don't just take our word for it. Head to your neighborhood Publix and try it for yourself. Available at Publix. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
You binged the entire 54-episode series while barely batting an eye. That's vision accomplished. Whatever your goal, VSP Vision coverage will help you see it through. Enroll at work or buy a plan. Learn more at VSP.com.
I think I need to switch my lights around. Have this one on the other side. better light on this side. Thinking of that, I meant to tell you that in my got lights in here. Oh, they are these little lights with magnets on them. Oh, I almost dropped that in the water. And it's metal, it's steel, so it sticks up the nice. I actually had to add one to that one because it wasn't strong enough. But, whoops. That's all I need. Gives me light in there. It's really nice. I used the same thing for my, when I was using my portable paint thing. When I was going to school and stuff, I used that same green light. Just uses AA batteries, I think. I don't know where I bought it. Walmart, Target, something. Not that you can tell, but that black in there gives a little bit more depth. So painting it, you know, sometimes you want to paint over black, especially in your shadow areas. Not blind the camera a little bit. Oh, chewies are crying. Quickly get this part done. Some of this is going to be third coat, so. Oh, I need a little bit more of it. The dog is over there crying. So, I'm going to take her out real quick. Let it focus a little better. Oh, it's hard to tell. We'll just leave it on that. Fan dry it a little bit. On taking the dogs out. get all the base coats done today. Alright. Brush. Some of this area I really want to keep bright. Really want to keep this color. I really want it to show. And I was looking up analytics of the best time to do art, and that's like Friday night. Well, I work on Fridays. And being able to do that and this is just not possible for me. So maybe, if I'm lucky, these other days and will work out for me. Not down there. Don't want too much paint. Don't want to leave globs on there. Better to do several thin coats than one really thick coat. It'll dry better. Although acrylic eventually dries, it just if it's too thick, but no, I totally missed part of that. Oh, it's starting to look good. I might do some of the base coats over the week so that, you know, you don't have to sit there and watch me do it. But I'll definitely, the gradient of the tail, I really want you to see how I do that. So we'll probably start on that as soon as I get the wings done. I've only got about an hour left of the stream, and I really need to eat, so. Okay. We're not going to do 3 coats on the bottom, just the 2. Won't be seen as much. Except for by me. And I used to, you know, like at the thrift, I used to go thrift shopping all the time. But, you know, I tend to spend a lot of money when I do that. So I'm trying to be good. Not that good, but, you know. Luckily, I haven't painted the tail yet, so I can, like, grip it by the tail. Come on, coat nice. I want the brush strokes to show.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Goldstein, letter writer and host of the hit podcast, Heavyweight. Each day, thousands of postal service workers deliver millions of pieces of mail through all kinds of conditions across the country. Every postal service worker has a story worth sharing, so we've teamed up with the USPS to deliver a few of them to you. No postage necessary. Listen to stories from the USPS mailbag at gimletmedia.com/USPS.
Oh, this is it dried enough that I can get that a little bit better. My brush is slowing down. It got a little too dry. Alright, that looks